Hey there, hustlers. As promised, tonight is the live cooking show time of the month, but I apologize, it's a little late. I was supposed to go on about a half an hour ago, and, well, I was wrapped up in conversation and I forgot, so I'm not going to try and make up an excuse. But I thought, though, I would do this a little bit differently this time, just because normally I kind of walk you through a meal or something like that. But since I'm doing a lot more meal prep now, a lot of my meals are really kind of already done, but I did want to show you the dinner that we have going on. And actually Gary started it. It's a crock pot recipe, and he didn't know this, but I'm going to ask him here in a minute what it was that he put in this. So let me flip the camera around so you guys can see what we got going on. And also, if you're looking for meal prep recipes, things that are like easy to do, that are, you know, you kind of, especially crock pots, you just sort of set it and forget it, and then if you make a big enough meal, it'll last you all week. So we have a very nice roast going on here. Let's just open this bad boy up. It's probably close to done too. I'm guessing it's been cooking for a while. Ignore my dirty dishes. So that is the yummy goodness that is going on there. So that crock pot, it was a good pot roast. That was probably, I don't know, maybe 3 pounds or so. Honey, do you know how big that pot roast was?
It is was about 1.5 pounds of chuck roast.
Okay, there you go. 1.5 pounds. I was off. 1.5 pounds of chuck roast. And can you tell us what you put in it?
Oh, am I on camera?
Yes.
My hair looks awful. Thank you.
They know I'm real. Are you kidding me? I go on there with workout clothes.
I put in, I kind of freestyled onion powder, garlic powder, liquid smoke.
Liquid
chili.
smoke, I will say liquid smoke is pretty potent. You don't have to you don't have to use a whole lot of it, and you want to be careful with it because if you spill it, it can stain your clothes.
Yeah, and see, it's right here. You know, because it was a little bit bigger of a pot roast than I normally make, I put 2 of these in here, but normally you just 1, and
Are you talking about a capful?
Or a capful,
Yeah.
yeah, capful. Salt, olive oil, beef broth.
Low sodium.
Low sodium beef broth, and about a 1/2 cup of water.
Okay, and then how long has it been on?
Coming up on 3 hours.
On low or high?
High.
Cool. Well, and there you go. You guys saw the almost finished product.
And I'll tell you, there comes a point where, you know, you're going to poke at it, it's going to be all tough, but something happens around hour 5 that makes the meat just go instantly tender. I don't know why.
How long are you planning to cook it?
Probably till about 8. Maybe
On
7:30. Yeah. I'll probably change it to low at like 7:30. And cook it in the last half an hour, 45 minutes on low.
But yeah, so the thing with slow cookers is that it will kind of just get tender and shred on its own by like with a fork. So usually what I do, that's the only difference between Gary and I, is if I have to cook it on high, it'll be like maybe 3 or 4 hours. If I'm cooking it on low, like if I have the whole day, then it'll be probably more like 6 to 8. So, but crock pots.
The longer you can cook it, the better.
Yeah, crock pots are an awesome way to make a meal that you really don't have to do much for. You know, like he just kind of threw in some ingredients. And if you listen to the list of those ingredients, not a whole lot of salt. You've got some sodium from the low sodium beef broth. You got sea salt. And then everything else is like onion, garlic, liquid smoke. All of that is for flavor. So it really doesn't have to be a high sodium meal. And the other key too is to get really high quality beef or high quality meat. You know, you can make crock pots out of chicken. We do chicken breasts a lot. You can also do beef. You can do pork chops. You can do steaks. I mean, all kinds of stuff. A crock pot, if you are trying to live a healthy lifestyle, a crock pot should definitely be a tool in your kitchen toolbox. Because you can make so many more recipes, you know, like casseroles and, you know, like crock pot enchiladas and chilies and stews and stuff. And there's so many healthy recipes. So today is a little different of a live cooking show, but I wanted to show you how we do a little bit of meal prep around here. And then that roast there, it's about 1.5 pounds, he said. That'll probably give us dinner for 2 or 3 nights. I am out of town a little bit, so that'll kind of change what we do to finish off the week. But still, you know, to have at least half the week already done, that's pretty awesome. You know, and then like my, just another tip on meal prepping, you know, I made steak fajitas for lunch, and because the recipe serves about 4, I now have my lunches for the next 4 days. And again, since I'm traveling and I'll probably eat at like, I don't know, Subway or something while I'm out, then that will stretch over into the weekend, which is even better, because if you're like me, you probably struggle the most with sticking to your meal plan on the weekends. When you have a structured routine like going to work, it's a lot easier. At least that's what I find. So if I have a plan in place, if I have my meal prep, it's a lot more likely that I'm going to stick to it. So I wanted to give you just a little quick crock pot recipe here if you got some pot roast laying around, and then also meal prepping tips. I cannot stress the importance of that enough. If you want to stay on track, you guys have probably heard me say it a lot of times, a million times, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I'm no different, which is why I do stuff like this. So this is the live cooking show for this month, because I asked the question earlier, didn't hear from anybody. So for next month's live cooking show, tell me what kind of recipe do you want? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, Shakeology, I don't know. Tell me what you want. This is your group. This is your house. I want you to get stuff out of it that will be useful to you. So I hope you found this useful. Even though it wasn't the typical cooking show, this one is really kind of one of those set it and forget it. Get a crock pot if you don't have one. So you guys are awesome. Have a great night, and I will talk to you again soon. Remember, we're still in the progress, not perfection challenge. So keep posting your sweaty selfies. Every day there's a new pin post. So you can post it under that, or you can just post it in the group. I want to see that you are working out. So if there's still some confusion, I don't have a separate Facebook group for Progress Not Perfection. Everything is happening here in the House of Hustle. If you're a VIP, which means you're also drinking Shakeology, you have the option to join us over in the My Challenge Tracker app, but it requires an email. So if you want that email, you got to send me a message so I can send you the email. Otherwise, you can't join us in the VIP group. So, all right. Hopefully that's clear as mud. You guys are awesome. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.